Right, good evening everybody, welcome back to the horse racing enthusiast on Teesside Ste&Dee on what has been a disappointing day. Just one runner-up at 9-1, shall I ask her? Other than that, very, very disappointing. And I've just watched Grumpy's scores on the doors now. I think he's been, how do I put it without causing a stir, belittling of other tipsters tonight. Probably didn't mean to, but I feel that what he has said tonight about people making excuses because the horses don't win. Look, Man United couldn't beat Grimsby in a football match, but they can beat Liverpool because certain teams raise the game against certain players. Trainers do exactly the same in horse racing. If the price isn't right, or they don't fancy it on the day, the jockey, who amongst, let's be honest, are some of the best actors in the world, can flail their arms around and look as if they're trying when they're actually not. I had three today that I really fancied, should have won the races, certainly should have been in the frame, come absolutely bloody nowhere. I haven't blamed the weather, I haven't blamed anything. At times, jockeys raise the game, football players raise the game, and I just think tonight a little bit of belittling's been going on there. And as I said, Grumpy probably didn't mean it, and if he did, a bit naughty, Grumpy. But look, Mickey D's he owns horses. He goes all over the country and all over wherever. And he's a top class tipster. He's a professional tipster. We know that. And yes, he's given them out free, so you probably think he's not a professional tipster. He's a professional tipster. And he's very, very good at what he does. And we all admire him greatly, and that's why he's got a hell of a lot of followers. But sort of in almost belittling other tipsters tonight because we come up with excuses because we've had a bad day. I don't come up with excuses. I just say it as it is. I'm a straight talking lad who will just say, I've had a crap day today. They should have done better, they didn't. But we all have different ways of working it, Grumps. To be belittled, well, that's how I felt. I don't know how the tipsters feel, or the free tipsters feel tonight, but I just feel that's belittling of us when you can't compare us to Mickey D. Myself and other tipsters who haven't been going that long. You can't compare us to Mickey D. Anyway, moving on. Right, tomorrow I have got 4 definites for you and 2 bonus horses that I don't fancy very much, but I'm going to put them in as bonus horses, and I'm not really bothered anymore whether they're counting me profit or loss. I'm not bothered. We're just going to give you them anyway. There's 6 horses tomorrow, 4 that I really like the look of, 2 are a bit like that. So your first one is at Newbury 435, King's Lynn. It is £23 below its best ever official rating. Now I like King's Lynn, I've backed it a few times, and I do think it's got a chance tomorrow to make the frame. I don't think it'll win, but I do think it's got a chance of making the frame tomorrow, and that's King's Lynn in the 435 at Newbury. Moving on to the 510 at Newbury, Twilight Jet. Now I really do like the look of this one. It is £24 below its best ever official rating. It's top weight. It looks decent. I do fancy this one tomorrow. Whether it can win, I don't know, but I certainly think again it can make the frame. Southall 630. Life on the Rocks. Now this is £25 below its best ever official rating. Again, I don't think this will win, but I do think it's got an outside chance of making the frame. It's at least £10 better high higher in the official ratings than the next horse nearest to it. So is Twilight Jet, so is King's Lynn. So there's 3 horses, the first 3 horses there. I fancy them for the frame, don't fancy them to win. 7 o'clock Southall, Reputation. Now I really do fancy this one tomorrow. It's about 13-2. It's £48 below its best ever official rating. That's a lot. I do fancy it tomorrow. I think it's the right price. It's so far ahead of anything else. It's on 98. It was best ever was 98 official rating. I think it's 20 odd at least ahead of the nearest to it in the official rating. So really, really fancy Reputation to win tomorrow. 8:30 at Southall. Sorry, 8 o'clock at Southall. Fool's Rush In. Again, don't fancy it to win, but certainly I think it's got an excellent chance of making the frame. And that is £30 below its best ever official rating. Like I said, I don't fancy it to win. It's certainly got a chance of getting an each way here. So you're going to have to play it tomorrow. You're going to have to look at the extra place races, because I'm going for a lot of each ways tomorrow. I think look at who's offering the extra places, compare the odds of the sites and see if you think it's worth getting an extra place or going for the better odds. And in the 8:30 Southall, Macaulay's Tavern, £25 below its best ever official rating. Michael Appleby's horse, quite fancy this one. Not certain it can win. I think it's got a slightly better chance than the other ones, but definitely think it's got an excellent chance of making the frame. And again, it's at least 10 points above its nearest in the race as far as the back form official ratings go. And that is it, my friends. There's 6 horses there for tomorrow. I've had my little whinge. I do feel a little bit belittled, I'll be honest, tonight. As I said, you can't compare a lot of the new tipsters such as myself and that with Mickey D. You can't. And I think that's quite true, actually. But that's just my opinion and the way I actually feel at the minute. I just think it's not right, Grumps. You probably didn't mean it that way, but it certainly came over like that. Anyway, there's your 6 for tomorrow. Good luck. Be lucky. Who knows? Can we, a decent day yesterday. Very poor day today. What's going to happen tomorrow? We'll have to wait and see. But I want you to be lucky. But most of all, enjoy it. Have fun with it. Bet sensibly. And just enjoy the day. Thank you very much for watching The Horse Racing Enthusiast on Teesside Ste&Dee. Good night. God bless.